Whew. Busy, busy. Time to compile the reports and send them out. Gotta make sure we're all on the same page. Let's see, who needs a copy? Squad leader Olaf, who's out in the field pursuing the wild hunt. The sergeant major stationed in various regions. Oh, yes, and Sir Flynn's too. Well, I will have some help from my colleagues, but most of them, yes. Don't worry, this isn't a manpower issue. More like a side effect of the free-spirited nature of most Ratniki. If there weren't people like me serving as runners, we'd often end up losing track of such individuals in the field. Besides, I like to pay them all a visit anyway, so it's a win-win for everyone.
First, keep smiling, and when clients arrive, remember to greet them. Then, introduce designs and colors to them based on their needs. Well, that's everything memorized. We should be fine now, alright? Come on, Kachina. Moalani's put her trust in you, so you can't mess this up. You can do it! You totally can! Welcome to Leisurely Puffer Water Sports Shop. Huh? Traveler, it's you! Well, Moalani's gonna be leading tours over the next couple of days. She left to start prep work today, in fact. So that left the shop without staff. Now, she did say that closing it for a while would be okay. But since I happen to be free, I thought I'd do something for a friend. And I might open a cake shop someday, so getting some experience now couldn't hurt. Thanks for the encouragement. Moalani said something similar before. I know I can do this. Sure. See you later. Delicious! Hey, Kaniche! What are you idling around for? Come forth and serve the almighty Dragon Lord! Kahulao! Some more Canepa berry juice at once!
Busy right now.
Baloney! You're not doing a thing right now! Kachina will be fine. Serving your lord drinks is a far more pressing issue.
Not if there's none left.
What? How could it have gone so fast? Ugh, I've barely had a few sips. Wasn't there a whole bottle? You drank some behind my back, didn't you, Kaniche?
Not that there was any need.
What? Why, you stubborn brat! Anyway, hurry up and find that little rascal Mualani and have her bring 3 more pictures of juice as tribute to our eminent personage! This was barely enough to wet our royal lips!
Come on. Let's go say hello. We meet again, traveler. Yeah. Mualani asked me to keep an eye on her while she minds the shop alone.
She asked both of us, you self-centered little minion! The almighty Dragon Lord and his accomplishments shall not be overlooked!
Then let all know that the mighty Ahau spent all our advance payment before we could even finish the commission.
Kaniche, you little...
Seems like our job is done. It's about time for us to...
Huh? Leaving so soon? Not on my watch. Good thing I sped up my preparations and got back early. Just a little worried, you know. But since we've run into each other, let's go grab some dinner together to celebrate Kachina's first time managing a shop solo. Traveler, You should join us too. Look! Kachina spotted us! Oh, and by the way, there will be lots of iced Canepa berry juice at the dinner. My treat.
Ahem! Then I, hula how, shall deign to accept this invitation.
Let's go then.
Yay! Kachina! Over here! Over here!
Coming, Noelani!
I've already organized all the materials related to the products and the business premises. Considering that the standard procedure of applying for the business license can take some time, I recommend that you coordinate with your partner in Fontaine as soon as possible to decide on a timing for handling the paperwork.
Oh dear. There I was, so caught up in choosing the new store location that I almost forgot about this. Almost messed up big time.
Please don't panic. According to the schedule we drew up, there's still ample buffer time.
Miss Kuki Shinobu, you truly are a professional consultant. If it weren't for your help, I don't know how many pitfalls I might have fallen into on my first overseas business venture.
Ah, you're too kind. I'm simply doing my duty. I've accepted your commission. It is my responsibility to oversee every detail. As for the next phase of our marketing strategy, I have a fairly clear picture of our target audience, but I'll still need some time to scope out the competition.
Of course! I really appreciate it. I'll check in with my partner first. We will reconvene once a suitable time has been arranged.
All right, feel free to contact me anytime. Traveler! What a coincidence running into you here. How have you been lately? Yes, a business owner wants to promote Inazuman's specialties in Fontaine, so she engaged me as a consultant. I'm also helping to draft the business plan, which brings me here on this business trip to assist with local procedures. It's a good chance to conduct market research, too. Speaking of which, this business owner is quite generous. After learning about the gang's situation, she volunteered to cover travel expenses for the other members, too. That's right, we came here together. Let me check the time. They should be underwater by now. Yes, underwater. Meaning the Fortress of Meripede.
Whoa! Woohoo! Man, the water feels great. Pretty quick for such a teensy little ship, huh? But did you really think Arataki, the man Ito, was gonna lose to some boat? Akira, Mamoru, get in the water quick! Last one to catch that boat's a rotten egg. Not gonna be me, though. Hey! Do you even know how to swim, Genta? 'Cause splashing water in my mouth is not how you do it! Boss, wait! I still haven't learned...
Please refrain from swimming in the Aqua Rail waterway, passengers. It is very dangerous. I repeat, foreign tourists must also comply with local laws. Passengers are not to swim in the Aqua Rail waterway. This is a violation of the Aqua Rail Traffic Safety Act. Does anyone happen to know that very tall gentleman over there? Could you please help convince him to board the boat? Otherwise...
I apologize, Miss Melazine, for causing you trouble. I'll fish them out right away.
Mont, good thing you're here. Understood. Hey you, big guy. Your behavior constitutes a serious threat to public transportation safety. I'm going to need you to come with me.
Huh? What, you got any proof? Who's been threatened? Everyone looks perfectly fine to me. You know, I've got a top-notch lawyer on my side. Don't say I didn't warn you. Besides, even that Tengu warrior everyone's so scared of back home in Inazuma can't do nothing to me. How's a shorty like you supposed to bring me in?
Shorty? That's really mean. Monsieur Novilet said I'm perfectly capable of doing any job I set my mind to. Ew, I'm going to arrest you right now.
Can it, boss? Officer Melazine, I will cooperate and provide eyewitness testimony.
Hey, Shinobu, aren't we supposed to be on the same team? How could you...
This isn't a big deal right now, but if you don't cooperate, this'll only escalate further. Wouldn't want to make a fool of yourself while we're overseas now, would you?
First, you switch sides, then you go and hit him a home run right out of the gate.
All done, Officer Melazine. You can take them now. They won't give you any trouble.
Boss! Wherever you go, we'll follow.
That about sums it up. It's not that serious. Their detention period will be just about over when I finish my business here. I'll just pick them up on the way back to Inazuma. This is nothing. I'm used to it. I hear the Fortress of Meripede has a different management style from the Commission's detention cells. It'll be a good opportunity for the boss to broaden his horizons. Oh, are you free later? I'm planning to go pick out some gifts for Yanfei and Miss Kujo. I'd appreciate it if you could provide a second opinion. Thank you for your help. Just a moment. Ushi! Come on, we should get going. Ushi has always had his own principles. He never gets involved in anything the gang does that's unreasonable or against the law. He also helps handle all sorts of errands within the gang. For example, Ushi was basically in charge of packing for this business trip. I once advised him that he didn't need to force himself to stay by the boss's side. With his talents, he could accomplish much greater things. But Ushi seems to have his own plans, and, well, I trust his judgment.
Yes, just like that. This will be more than enough to assassinate Varka. I'm going to assassinate Varka. I need ideas for assassinating the Grand Master. I went over this with Alice a long while ago. She stands with me, and has even offered several ideas on how I might take him out. Of all her suggestions, this one seemed the most promising. Bring a full cart of Mondstadt's newest dandelion wine all the way here, and then, before Varka's very eyes, tip the entire cart over the cliff. Perhaps the monumental, overwhelming grief will make him collapse, or go drown himself in whatever other wine he can find.
That doesn't sound like it'll work. Wait, no! Don't even think about doing something so horrible.
When writing a novel, the author, naturally, seeks to be as extravagant as possible, especially when writing detective novels. If the opening lacks a striking turn, how is the rest of the plot meant to unfold? Alas, this will be my final attempt at writing detective novels. Oh, I suppose they call them crime novels in Inazuma. In any case, they all tell of crime. There's hardly a meaningful distinction. I also discussed it with Barbie, but our novel writing sessions always evolve into crime planning sessions. Methods of crime and puzzles of deduction. We have explored plenty of those, yet the plot would not advance. The Angel Killer case. Try as they might, the culprit remained elusive. The desperate detective rushed into the crowd, then shouted the revered names of the 4 great rulers at the sky. Whoosh! Pitter-patter. Boom! Detective and murderer reduced to ash.
What kind of writing is that? Doesn't that leave no room for deduction at all?
Of course there is. It was only through painstaking deduction that the detective finally discovered the names of the 4 great rulers, learning also that shouting them at the sky would inevitably reduce one to ash. My point exactly. Simply deducing who the culprit is has become dreadfully unoriginal. The subject of one's deductions must be something more creative. I even thought of having a Seelie detective, an angel who, longing to become a detective, became a Seelie, and by some twist of fate, ended up as a detective's assistant. All Seelies love to guide people, so this one went about leading the detective from case to case. I found the idea rather interesting. Come to think of it, the Seelie detective and the Angel Killer case seem far more interesting than assassinating the Grand Master. Never mind, guess I'll move on to work on that idea then. It's precisely because I overthink every little detail that I've lost interest in continuing. Not to mention the mountain of words I'll have to write. The very thought of penning all those words. Oh, what a hassle. And I can't even get a ghostwriter for this one. I'll just work on the Angel Killer case instead. But how might the detective deduce the truth? Perhaps he could have a conveniently informative dream. Seelie detective. Hold on. Why not have the Seelie guide that detective to assassinate the Grand Master instead?
Huh? Are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? The person sitting behind the desk is... Nuh-uh, that's not right. This is clearly... What on earth are you talking about? Sorry, Passive. She's not quite herself right now. Morning? Noon? Night? Passive! Hello to you too, Passive. Still, what are you doing here in the Fortress of Nerapede? What bad things could Passive do? Cause a mass Tidalga extinction in Fontaine? Big bright light! Melusine! Passive. Hungry. Paimon doesn't know what that big bright light is, but we can deal with the hunger problem at least. Traveler, you must have something yummy in your bag. Why don't we... Huh? Ryo!
Ryo, right here. I see we have some unexpected guests. Welcome. Just give me a moment to put my things down. How times change, huh? Me of all people diving into the water to hunt for food.
I'm unsure didn't expect you to do that personally, Your Grace.
I don't actually mind. Nothing wrong with the occasional swim. It's good exercise, and if I'm lucky, I even get a free otter show out of it.
Right! Almost forgot how idle you can be sometimes.
Ah, so that's her name. Passive. I like it. It sounds leisurely. Just hearing it said out loud makes me feel relaxed. Oh, but to answer your question, basically, Miss Passive lingered a little too long under the searchlight and got herself captured by some overzealous guards. I suspect she was too busy admiring the nearby Tidalga to notice the trap closing in around her. You should be more careful in the future, Passive. Don't forget, some fish out there use lights on their heads as bait to snare their prey. If you're hunting Tidalga, there's a good chance an anglerfish is hunting you.
Passive?
Can't understand what I'm saying, huh? Well, not to worry. Someone that can translate will be here shortly.
Who?
I believe you're already acquainted. He sometimes goes by New Valet. Well, what do you know? I have a knack for this. I understood who she was talking about right away. Not that it was hard to guess. Makes sense that a Melusine would know Neuvillet. Still, I've never met a Melusine who eats Tidalga, speaks in riddles, and even uses Melusine to express negation.
Ah, well, about that.
Where?
Sorry to keep everyone waiting. I trust I am not late?
Ah, Neuvillet. Of course not. Whenever you deem fit to grace us with your presence is always the perfect time. Miss Passive is waiting for you.
Take your time, finish your food. We will talk afterwards.
Oh, this looks just like a parent finding their lost child in the park.
That's about right, actually. He's only here because I broadcasted a missing person notice throughout all of Fontaine.
It seems we are in fine spirits today. These jokes are certainly imaginative.
Seeing Passive safe and well seems to have put you in good spirits too. She must be very important to you.
Since there are no outsiders here, I'll get right to the point. Despite appearances, she is quite different from other Melusines.
That explains it. So that's why Passive expresses herself in such a unique way. You see, this is why it's always worth striving to stay alive as long as possible. To hear stories from those who have lived longer than you about things you never knew.
Passive!
It seems Miss Passive agrees as well.
Indeed. Thank you very much for taking care of her.
My pleasure. And thanks to you all, I now have ample reason to give my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute a little task. I'm hoping they can add some ID verification functionality to our big, bright lights. I mean, of all the ways to invite our friends at the fortress to come and visit, this doesn't seem like the most sustainable long-term strategy.
You're right. Even we get picked up from time to time while passing by.
Don't get your hopes up. I'm just hoping I get to see it before I die.
Until the process is complete, I shall inform the Melusines to avoid any such big, bright lights when passing through. I shall do the same.
Sounds good. I'm sure you'll manage.
Apologies for the inconvenience. In any case, I cannot stay long, so I shall take my leave together with Passive. If there are other matters to discuss, let us meet above the surface.
Understood.
Passive, come! Goodbye, Ryo!
Bio from Ryo. See you next time. Oh dear. I forgot to have Neuvillet explain the anglerfish metaphor to Passive, and I didn't get to ask about Enkonomiya either. Well, never mind. There's no rush. I'll write him a letter when I send the documents over.
So you can build them that big, huh? Amazing. It's just that... Oh, wow! Fancy meeting you here. Could this be my lucky day? Anywho, I'm here on vacation. After traveling around Sumeru with you, I've only gotten faster and better at making fireworks. Business has been slow lately since it's the off-season for fireworks. After stocking up the shop with supplies, I decided to go on a little adventure and seek some inspiration. The plan is to have tons of fun before summer arrives. When I return with my new ideas, I'm sure my efficiency can only go up. I just got back from Hisi Island, and the colors all over the island were so beautiful. Oh, I'd love to make some fireworks that capture that feeling. So I took a few pictures to use as reference when I get back. Huh? Oh, right, of course. I've already figured it out. I just forgot for a moment. Got kinda caught up in our meeting and all, you know? I've gotten all the ideas from this trip. Right now, I'm working on getting some small gifts for my family and neighbors. Look, I got some local dried fish for Dad and midsummer berry jam for Mom. They're both specialties from around here. Right? Now, I haven't bought any gifts for the children yet, but I've heard there's an engineer named Aino around here. I heard she's super amazing. Word is that she built this cannon. I'm planning to pay her a visit and see if she can make some fun gadgets for the kids. I've also heard that she's a real free spirit, though. Won't take every commission, even if you offer her Mora. Should I bring something before visiting? I just don't know what she likes. Huh. So, Aino's a kid? And her family members are machines she made herself while living alone in her workshop all this time? That's amazing! The kid next door would cry non-stop if left alone for just one night. It would take the neighbors the whole day to calm things down after. By contrast, it seems like the people of Nasha Town already see Aino as a mature mechanic, not as a child who needs their coddling. Still, just how many nights did she have to spend all by herself before Neva came into her life? Well, we can't change what happened before. But now that I'm here, I'm going to make sure she has a great time. Looks like it was the right choice to bring my tools with me. I'll head over to Nasha Town to borrow their crafting station and make her a beautiful gift. What should I make? Fireworks? Tumari? Or maybe a spinning top? You know what? I'll make them all. Fireworks, Tumari, and spinning tops. Yep, let's make them all. Big Sis Yoimiya! You're here!
So how's it going? Is it done?
You bet. I finished your order right away. Inappa, help me verify the order.
Affirmative. Retrieving order data. Client Big Sis Yoimiya ordered a custom-made companion gift for children. Order complete. Remarks. To be traded for tricolor dango recipe, launch tube, kite, spinning top, and tamari. Order verification complete.
Everything's right here. Check it out. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Let me see. Whoa! This is a pot of fish?
Yep. I call it the wibbly wobbly fishy pot. Look, the fish can even wiggle back and forth. Don't they look like they're really swimming in water? Now you won't have to worry about Matsuzaka and the others not being able to keep fish alive. They don't even need to change the water. What do you think? What do you think? Do you like it?
Wow, wow! Fish landed in a flower pot? That's awesome! I know! How did you come up with something this cool? Matsuzaka, Iwao, and Saika are going to be so excited! I'll say thanks for them first.
Of course! As long as there's sweet stuff involved, framework is easy peasy for me. You like it too? I made lots because I had enough materials. You can have this one. No need, no need. Big Sis Yoimiya gave me lots of gifts, and she even made me so many toys that I've never seen before. I don't quite get how to play with a spinning top, though. Could you teach me one more time, Big Sis Yoimiya?
No problem at all. I even made a special I Know Only top spring just for you. Here, take it. And let's have a spin-off and see whose top can spin longer and faster.
Yay! Luz has got to help Inappa make crumb cake.
And the winner may continue operating the spinning top while awaiting the completion of aforementioned crumkake.
Yeah, exactly! Hurry up, Big Sis! I practiced a whole bunch yesterday.
Oh, trying to beat me? Not in 100 years.
I performed this trial yesterday, following precise calculation of the force, angle, and time necessary to initiate the spinning operation. I have concluded, so long as I apply sustained force, the spinning top will continue rotating indefinitely. Affirmative. My spinning top ceased rotation only when Aino and Miss Yoimiya fell asleep on the sofa, and I proceeded to cover them with a blanket. Since then, I have assessed that I remain best utilized performing my designated functions, making crumkake, and reminding Aino and Miss Yoimiya to eat. With that said, Aino's emotional state has taken a significant positive shift following Miss Yoimiya's arrival. Inference. She has established a new friendship. This is most favorable.
Just you watch. I'm not gonna launch it into the air again.
It's alright, Aino. No matter how far your top flies, I will always be there to catch it. Also, would you like me to perform a polishing procedure on your spinning top? The impact marks are significant and could interfere with force application.
Whoa! Inappa, you're amazing! You caught the spinning top even after it went flying!
This is just a minor task. If Aino requires more assistance, I can also retrieve the kite at the top of the workshop and recover the tamari stolen by small animals.
Who would have thought? Looks like toys from Inazuma are a hit here and not cry too.
the main road from here. The road is wide. Very wide. You won't get lost.
My thanks, child. As I recall, you live at the Boo Boo Pharmacy, yes? I've seen you in the city.
Yes, but my memory isn't good. I've forgotten you. Sorry for forgetting. I need to go gather herbs. Dr. Baichu is waiting, so I have to leave.
Miss Chi-Chi, please wait.
Zibai! What an odd combination. Okay. Ugh, why are we being all sneaky anyway? There's no way we can hide from...
If you need medicine, Dr. Baichu is at the pharmacy. Please go there. I'm sorry, but I really did forget you. I really need to go gather herbs now. Goodbye.
How did this come to pass? Traveler, Paimon, do come out. You must have questions for me too.
Told you there was no way we could hide anything from Zibai. That said, why were you with Chi-Chi?
No, I did not. I was looking for the right moment to meet with young Chi-Chi in private. Never could I have imagined that such an Adeptus might exist. One with an adeptal body but no spirit to match. That absence must be the cause of her forgetful nature. I fear someone has already tried once before in secret. I am well acquainted with the arts involved in the sigil on her head. It is a spell that bestills the soul. Without it, Miss Chi-Chi's spirit would have been drained away long ago, turning her into an unfeeling, unconscious puppet. Spellwork of the 3 deadly selves.
Wait a sec. You mean the sigil on her head involves similar techniques to the one you used?
Indeed. She has also had her 3 deadly selves severed. Having traveled with and observed her carefully, I perceive only 1 deadly self remaining in her present body. Although I cannot determine which one it is exactly, this self is also incomplete. It was shattered by an external force before being reassembled by someone through some intricate spellcraft. Though it might not necessarily be a person. Perhaps some Adeptus used their powers to pull Chi-Chi's soul together before, using sigils to stabilize and nurture it. Only she would know. It is no habit of mine to pry into others' personal affairs. However, I sense intense fetor within Miss Chi-Chi's body.
Oh, Paimon remembers. Back then, Chi-Chi inhaled so much fetor that she almost fell asleep.
I see. Since she was already bereft of spirit, the fetor entered her body like an invader into territory unguarded. Had the sigil not aided in stabilizing her soul, her spirit might have fled right then and there. But, though it held the fetor back, the sigil's adeptal power was also greatly depleted. Said sigil was already like water cut off from its source, once imbued by its creator with profound adeptal power. Barely a tenth of it remains today. And, with the fetor entering her body as you mentioned, I'm afraid the sigil's power shall soon be depleted. I suppose that explains the sudden arrival of 2 adepti at Boo Boo Pharmacy. They must have sensed something as well.
2 of them? You mean Xianyun and Madame Ping?
No, I would have known if it were them. The 2 I speak of were a bird and a deer who took the forms of human men before entering the city. Ah, so that is what they are called. Thank you, Traveler. Since we are all here to aid Miss Chi-Chi, perhaps I should go and meet them. Yes, no time like the present, as they say. I shall set off shortly to pay them a visit at their abodes.
Paimon too.
Worry not, Miss Chi-Chi will be more than all right. Still, to see such a sophisticated version of the Three Deadly Selves technique in action, who might it have been?